You are not alone, although it can feel that way at times. It can feel lonely being an investor in silver, gold, and precious metal mining stocks. You and I, we are a sliver of the entire population. We know the thesis behind what we're doing, why we believe in precious metals, but that doesn't mitigate the fact that we are just a tiny segment of the overall population. So it's okay to feel lonely from time to time. But what is the smartest guy in the room doing? We're going to talk about that in this video. And what is the richest guy in the room doing? When we listen to what they say and what they do in regards to precious metals, maybe we'll realize that we're not so alone after all. What is the richest guy doing in the room? It's human nature. We're normal, right? We want to look at what the big hedge fund managers are doing. We want to look at what Warren Buffett is doing. You know, Warren Buffett, if he buys a stock, everybody rushes in and buys it right after him. It must be nice to be Warren Buffett, right? But who's above even them? Who is the most sophisticated, the richest in the world? The world central banks. And we just got news that in February, they continued with their rabid purchases of gold. Now that affects silver as well, because we know we love silver, and silver is like gold's favorite little cousin, follows along and will also do well because of this robust buying by central banks. Together, we are stronger. So I am so pleased that you decided right now, from somewhere in the world, decided to join me here in the basement. You're special, you're unique. There is only one you, and it's a big deal that you are here. If you want to come back, you can subscribe. That's free. Now let's get back to the video. Have you considered that these world central banks gobbling up all this gold, that they're doing it at very high gold prices as well? As a matter of fact, if you price gold in almost any other currency outside the US dollar, it's at record highs. So the fact that the biggest, most sophisticated financial institutions in the world are continuing, based on the latest news, to acquire large amounts of gold, well, that can only mean one thing for the thesis we have behind precious metals. But it gets even better, because now we're going to talk about the smartest guy in the room. First Mining Gold is a development company advancing two of the largest gold projects in Canada. Springpole in Ontario and Duparquet, located in Quebec, each already has 5 million ounces of gold reserves, but exploration initiatives are underway at both projects to find even more gold. First Mining is well-financed, has zero debt, and owns an interest in 4 additional Canadian gold development projects. And this is no human, but a superhuman. You've heard of ChatGPT from the company OpenAI, that supercomputer. It can analyze more data in a minute than you and I can analyze in a lifetime. And there's a recent report from Gold IRA Guide that says ChatGPT is now recommending a 20% allocation into precious metals if one wants to protect themselves in the coming economic storms. It lays out the story how, when it analyzes history, gold and silver have provided safety, a harbor of refuge for your wealth during times of economic turmoil, during the big economic storm. And guys, this ChatGPT thing is a superhuman. It's unbelievable. If you've not checked it out, do some research on it. Trust me, it's not that complicated. It's actually very easy to use and very, very fascinating. It's like Google on steroids. But the fact that it's laying out the case is very interesting. I want to read to you what it said. Quote, Gold. Now, wait a minute. Maybe ChatGPT's not so smart after all. It didn't say silver, but again, we know when it says gold, it also means favorite little cousin silver. Gold has historically held its value during economic downturns, making it an attractive option for investors looking to protect their portfolios. During the 2007-2009 global recession, for example, the price of gold increased by over 25%. A diversified portfolio that includes a mix of asset classes, including gold, and we know it also means silver, can help mitigate the impact of market downturns and provide stability for investors. When the top financial institutions in the world, the global central banks, are buying gold when gold is at all-time highs, when the smartest supercomputer, maybe not quite as smart as you, but pretty darn smart, is saying a 20% allocation to precious metals would be wise, we need to perk up. We need to remember we're not alone after all. You're never alone. You're always welcome here. Take care, and I'll see you soon.